Everybody, good afternoon. Crypto Mentor 99. It is February 23rd. I have the honor and privilege of having Map to Success on the channel today. Map, good seeing you, man.
Likewise. How you doing?
Good. So the people that are watching this video, they don't know that we just did an hour or so, 55 minutes of just talking, getting to know each other. And I'm like, man, we got to get some of this stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
So let's kind of start from the beginning, okay?
hmm
And tell everybody how, when, and where, kind of, that you got interested or found out about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency.
Okay. Well, how I actually found out about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency on a whole, it started back in 2017, like before the whole crypto boom and everybody went crazy and all of that. I started, oddly enough, in the sense of BitConnect. That's
Okay.
how I actually learned about Bitcoin because they had like this whole thing where you could get a class and they would teach you what Bitcoin and decentralization is all about. And you basically just go ahead and they quiz you back at it like a math test, and
Wow.
you you basically get scored on a on a basis of like 1 to 10, and you won't go any further until you get it right. So
Wow.
I basically learned, and at the end you get like a little certificate. I was like, "Yeah, I got a certificate. I'm smart now." And you basically like had the privilege of being like a cryptocurrency 101 graduate.
Whoa.
For
Okay.
for some reason, like they had like the little thing printed out, and you had like Crypto 101 on there, and it was like, okay, that's pretty cool. So I wonder what else this had to offer. And then I started digging into it, and I kind of more so got obsessed. More so, I think everybody else can relate to it that's in the space along with us. We go to work and all that stuff, and come home and we watch a video or two. I was along the lines of doing a little bit more than that. I was driving while watching videos. I'm not sure how safe that is. Mom, I'm sorry. I was actually like, just so new and so
Yeah.
filled with passion for the space. I just wanted to learn as much as I could. I just wanted to like, suck in as much information I could as a sponge would, basically.
Sure.
And I just tried to watch as many videos and get as much information as possible. That's how I basically started. Like the fourth quarter of 2017 was really like that was my moment. That's when I started.
Interesting. I just got some weird thing on my screen that I just had to delete. I'm just going to leave it up there. Um,
Okay.
Sorry, that's what the applause was. I was like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
It'll be in the video. I don't care. I don't do edits. So I'll answer this question for myself, but I want to hear you and your answer because we did not talk about this during the pre-interview. So you hear about Bitcoin. So answer the question, and then I will answer the question why. Why, when you heard about Bitcoin, why that struck something inside of you, and what was kind of going on like in your mind. You know what I mean?
Well, basically, what struck the whole idea of what really got me gravitated to this space was really how revolutionary it was. That it's like an end-to-end encryption, borderless
Yeah.
type of electronic money, and I was like, what is this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
You're telling me that I could be here in whatever part of the world I am, and you could be all the way off in East Asia, and I could just hit a button and send you some money, and you could get it instantly, just like that. That is crazy.
Yeah.
And that was like, just imagine. It just sparked like so many different ideas in my head because I immediately thinking about like remittance services, how much people could save.
Yeah.
I started thinking about like getting rid of the banking system that's like draining people, or even banking the unbanked. People that never got a chance to have a bank account before a day in their life. They could actually have access to putting their money somewhere other than under their mattress, of course, and being, having it being safe and knowing that they could have access to it whenever, and they don't have to worry about somebody breaking in and stealing, running off with it somewhere. You know what I mean? So I basically have like gravitated to it more so along the lines of that, more so than anything else.
Okay, so I'm going to repeat back what you just said and tell me if this is accurate. So the why, right? So why you got interested, it seemed kind of revolutionary. It seemed like, wait a minute, I don't have to go through a bank to send money from point A to point B, and this
Yeah.
could be big someday.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And the thing is, you don't have to wait 2 or 3 days to get your money when you could do
Yeah.
it instantly, and it's peer to peer. You don't need a middleman. When I heard about that, that's what instantly sold me, because I was like, there is no way. I was like, dude, look at this. I was like, this is crazy. I got immediately so excited. I started watching like over the course of a month. I think I watched like over 100 videos.
Wow.
Like I was just hitting the play button like I was hitting the play button like nonstop, like one after another. And I was like, it just seems like you never get tired. Like each time you see one, it's like more news coming up, and it's more exciting news coming up. And then we were like in the whole euphoria stage of the bull market. So everybody was like, "Oh, you got to get Bitcoin. You got to get it now. It's going to 100,000. It's going to 50,000." And then everybody was like, "Okay, how do I get some?" So I was like, I immediately went on like I had a Coinbase account made,
Okay.
and I went on Coinbase and I purchased my very first little bit of Bitcoin. I think it was less than $100. It was somewhere along the lines of about 50 or $60. And when I first got it, I started experimenting around with it a little bit, sending it back and forth to wallets and see how fast the speed was,
Sure.
see how it works. Because, of course, like most of the videos that I was watching, that's what they were showing. Like, oh, put your wallet address here, and you scan the QR code, and this little, little cute, little cool square thing came up with the logo, and I was like, what is that? I was like, oh, yeah, this is the future.
Wow.
No doubt, this is the future.
Well, with me, and I'm not saying that I'm a know-it-all, but in my sphere of influence, people frequently, I am 61, they frequently come to me, hey, have you ever heard about this? What do you think about this? Need your advice about this? And one of my son-in-laws, I've got two, one of my son-in-laws said to me, do you know what Bitcoin is? Have you ever heard of Bitcoin? This was, oh gosh, I'm going to say late 2016. Maybe
Wow.
maybe the fall. I forget, to be honest with you. Because every year that goes by, I'm like, how long have I been doing this?
Yeah.
He said to me, have you ever heard about Bitcoin? I'm like, no. I'm like, what is it? And he said, well, it's like a cryptocurrency. And I'm like, cryptocurrency. I'm like, okay, I've never heard those words put together. And I'm like, well, what is
Yeah.
it? Like, who uses it?
Uh-huh.
This is what he said, honest to gosh. He
Yeah.
said, well, terrorists use it, money launderers, and like people dealing in drugs. And I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
wow, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
then I don't want to know anything about it.
That's
So
not enticing.
that's not real attractive to me.
No, it's not. No,
So
it's not.
in hindsight, in his immaturity, that's what he was being told, right? That's what the Main Street, hey, this, be careful. Well, then about a month later, I heard about it again. Then a month later, I heard about it again. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what this is, but I'm slowly hearing more about it. And I want to learn more about it. And when I got into it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this could take me a lifetime to learn.
Yeah.
And then I had
Yeah.
no idea about ICOs, initial coin offerings. And then that opened up a whole new realm to me and wallets. And I mean, I go to bed at night, my head's ready to explode, but I can hardly wait to get up the next morning to see who
Wow.
I'm going to talk to, do an interview with, and so yeah, it's like a never-ending cycle of information. But I love it. Anyhow, so that's kind of my story about how I got involved in it a little bit.
Wow. Wow. That is so amazing. It's like it's so many different things that you could have in the space now that has just grown and evolved over the
Yeah.
years. It's crazy. I wish I got in when you did in 2016. We would have, we probably would have had a whole different setup going on. You
Well,
probably would.
this is my Litecoin story. I don't know why I always say this on a lot of my videos. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and for those of you that want to fact check me, you can. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, March 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th of 2017, and Litecoin was at the unheard of high price of $3.80. And I'm like,
Wow.
well, that's a lot for Litecoin. And like Ripple was like 0.0005.
Wow.
And I think Bitcoin was like 1100, maybe 1150. I've got it written down in one of my journals.
Wow.
Um, and I forgot some of the other ones, but, and I just saw, this is a little off the subject. I want to slip this in. Rudy Bauman, or Bowman, Rudy Bowman is a Digibyte. He's over in the Netherlands. He's a computer guy by day, Digibyte guy at night. And he put a
Wow.
post. He put a post on Twitter this morning and said, in the past 3 years, Digibyte has increased like 4,500%.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think I saw that
And I'm
post. That
like,
was really incredible. That was incredible because I think I follow him on Twitter.
okay, he's a smart dude, man.
He
He's
is
straight
like
shooter, not a lot of, but he's only, not that there's anything wrong with it. He's 100% Digibyte, and that's all that he kind of
yeah,
talks about. But
yeah.
map to success. Let's get to your YouTube channel. So,
Okay.
and don't be bashful. When did you start it? Why did you start it? And tell us about some of the video content, please.
Okay, well, on my YouTube channel, it's just straight Map to Success. You should Google it sometimes. You'll see it pop up. You basically see like a lot of informational videos. I try to do a lot of articles that read about the news, stuff that are going on. Like the space is just gradually
Yeah,
evolving so quickly, and you have so many different sources that's coming out, so many different news that changes
yeah,
hands every day. So I kind of try to stay on top of it as much as I could and try to put it out there to the masses so
sure.
people could actually learn more about cryptos and how it actually revolutionized so many different lives and changed so many different lives. And to help people not also with just like ideas of investment, but steering them from some of them that are looking, a little bit kind of shaky,
Yeah.
as what we know at a different term that we won't speak of, but you know, it's not like the best investment advice or the best investment, road to take really. So what I try to do is I try to educate people as much as I can on the channel and try to do a lot of comparables and just I just try to be myself. Just try to have just have fun while I do it, and to give a lot of information out that's useful as well.
So when did you start it? I don't know the answer to that. Like what year?
And what the year that I started in I think I started in early 2018, I believe.
Cool.
That's when I really started like pushing out videos. Because after I was watching videos like all the way through the rest of 2017 and going into 2018, and then I'm like, okay, I could do this. I
Cool.
basically
Yeah.
watched. Yeah, I built up the confidence to the point where I'm like, okay, I see them get up every day and they could do it. I could do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, why not? I'm like, what do I have to lose? You know what I mean? All I'm doing is just playing my part in the community
You
that's
bet. Yeah.
literally needed. You know what I mean? So that's like one of the biggest steps that I think I've ever took as far as like putting myself out there, educating the masses, to help them to actually learn more about this stuff that we call cryptocurrency, because it is such amazing. It's such an amazing journey.
Yeah.
It's like you go through it 1 month and it feels like you're literally been through it a year.
Well,
That's how fast it passes.
yeah, I did a video a couple days ago or last week, I forget which, but I said my video was something like, be nice to crypto newbies because it wasn't that long ago that I was one. And
Yeah.
I was doing a podcast with a gentleman, Crypto Made Easy, in Australia yesterday, or last night actually. And I was just saying that hopefully my story isn't unique to myself, but people on Twitter, people on YouTube were very encouraging, kind of open arms. Hey, ask questions. There's no question that's a stupid question. And again, I
Yeah.
don't know what a lot of experience of some of the other people, but I was glad, thankful that people weren't going, oh, shut up or quit asking those dumb questions. And so it's
Yeah.
great that you're educating, you know, the
Mhm.
people in the crypto space, and not that this is your niche. I don't want to put you in a stereotype, but you're, the new people that are coming on board, they need the 101 stuff. I need the 101 stuff still,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
We all need it. We all need it because it's so useful. And at the end of the day, it's like it's the little bits and pieces of information that you get that you put together.
Yeah,
That's what makes us as a whole community. Because it's like a lot of people would come out bashing other coins and saying, "Oh, this isn't better than that one,"
oh,
and
I
this
hate
does
that.
this. And I'm like, as far as I see it, like they all have a role to play.
Yeah,
They all have a role to play. 'Cause that's
yeah,
what builds the ecosystem.
yeah,
Like if you don't have different coins that does different things, there wouldn't be any community out
yeah,
there. Like a community can't be but one people. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be spread out. Like you have to have a little bit more that you could actually have, to have it scattered. So even with the situation with Litecoin, we all know what Litecoin is and the history about it
yeah,
and what they're actually pushing for. They're pushing for the future of payments, just like Bitcoin. But with unlike Litecoin and Digibyte is more focusing along the lines of security. And a lot of people would be like, "Oh, Digibyte shouldn't be here. They're not doing enough, and they're weak, and this yada yada yada." And I'm like, "Come on! Like, if
yeah,
Litecoin is trying to do payments, why can't Digibyte just have its own little stage over in the corner somewhere
yeah.
and just do, security?"
I hear
We
you,
all
boss.
need it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's a big, big part of the ecosystem that still needs to be solved.
yeah. Well, I'm not
Still
going to
needs to be
name
solved.
any names, but I put a little harmless tweet up about 2 days ago,
Mhm.
and it was about um, a project that I rarely talk about. I mean, it was just like a crypto project, and
Okay.
I'll just say it this: one of the creators of the top 10 on crypto on CoinMarketCap kind of like smacked me down, and
Wow.
I'm like, dude, like, what? Like, first of
Mhm.
all, it's not professional. If
Yeah.
I was in a business office and Map to Success, if you brought something up, I'm not going to embarrass you in front of the boardroom. And I was
No.
like,
No.
I'll be honest with you, I can be a little bit sensitive sometimes, but it kind of hurt for like 20 minutes, man. I'm like,
Wow. Yeah.
so I'm
That's no
like
fun.
that's not the way my parents raised me. I don't, you know what I mean?
Nah.
Like
Nah. It's
you
no
could
fun.
like yours, I could like mine. We can
Yeah.
agree, But I mean,
Exactly. Agree to disagree. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's exactly how it should be.
yeah, yeah. So let's talk about two more things, and then we'll end this. So,
Hmm.
and again, we did not talk about this in the pre-interview, so I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Um, but are there any projects that that you like, or any ICOs that you're looking at, or just, I'm not saying necessarily what you own per se, but like, I don't know, give me one or two or three that you just kind of like, or
Well, as far as that goes, there are a couple of ICOs that I was actually looking or have looked into
cool.
in the past that I think it was one of them that you were talking about, Zenfin,
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah, that's a really cool project. That is a really, really cool project. I really love what those guys are doing. And it's like they have another one too that is like, oh, that's a pretty cool poker chip.
I gotta send you some when we get off the
Yeah,
air. Okay, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And it's like they have another one that I was looking at. It's I think they've already been out of the ICO,
Okay.
but they were an ICO, and I really love the project. It's called Paycent.
Oh, sure. I was an early investor in that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paycent. That is like an incredible, incredible team. They have so much that's going on
yeah.
for them, and I think they have a debit card that you could
Yes,
actually spend
yes,
your cryptos with.
yes.
That is like revolutionary because I think they're like the first or the world's only crypto card that's usable right now as it stands, I believe.
And I
So
think
that
they just added Digibyte. I think. I
oh
think.
yes, yes they did. They did. They just recently added it. And they're gaining like so much more adoption with that. And it's like it's growing. And it's growing at an astronomical
Really.
base.
Well,
And
here's what
and
I
it,
did. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I interrupted. Go ahead.
yeah, it's going at a very astronomical base. And the thing is, they have a couple of coins that they list on there. And the thing
Okay.
is, that's what's really cool with that project is they have an app that you could download. You could order a card. The card only like for now they're only like they have a promotion going on where you could get the card for free,
Really.
and
Okay.
you only pay like $49, and they ship the card out to you via DHL or FedEx or something like that.
Sure.
And you basically have that card to spend with whatever you want. Like at anywhere Visa or MasterCard is accepted, you could actually use that in accordance to like, switching over your cryptos. If you're trying to cash them out, you could cash out your cryptos in the app.
Okay.
And it's like it cuts the volatility instantly.
Wow.
And then you could
Interesting.
transfer your gains directly to your card and spend it right away.
Whoa. I gotta. Here's what I did, and again, I'm not trying to act like I'm some huge investor, but I
Hmm.
saw Paycent when it was either the pre-ICO or the ICO. I forget which. I went through a phase in 2017 and a little bit of 2018 where every ICO I saw, what seemed like every ICO, I'm like, you know what, that's a great idea. I'll put some money there and here. So I'm not saying I've got a ton, but that's one that I own that I have not looked at in a while. I'll be honest with you. I just wrote
Yeah.
it down. I got to look up that and refresh my memory about
Hmm.
what the heck's going on with that.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a lot of changes with them. So many changes with them. And they're just growing. They are growing at an enormous rate. You
Wow,
would be
I'm encouraged.
surprised.
Wow. Okay. Well, I
You would
remember
literally be surprised.
I remember when I applied, this was a long time ago. I mean, not that
Hmm.
long, like 2017 or 2018. And the
Hmm.
card was like $275. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
nah, I'll just kind of
yeah.
see, and then I'm not even sure if people in the United States had access to it at that time, the
Hmm.
card. But
Yeah.
funny that you say that. I'm gonna, yeah, either today or this afternoon, tonight or tomorrow. I'm gonna look at PayCent and see what's going on with them.
Yeah, yeah, you should check them out. They're pretty cool. They're doing a lot. They are really doing a
Wow.
lot. And third, I would say the other one that I'm really looking into, I think they have something on their hands. I think we were talking about this earlier too. It's called Scent.
Yeah.
They actually have, it's something kind of along the lines of Steam It, but
Yes.
it's kind of in between. It's kind of in between Steam It and Instagram, with a little bit of Facebook mixed in, but it's totally decentralized. You basically have like you could put all your posts, everything, your YouTube videos, all that stuff you could upload on there, and you could embed it in a post. You could write like a little Medium article, and you could post that, and it'll have your Medium post along with your videos included, or pictures, and you could just send that out to the public, and you in return get a percentage in Ether.
Oh, okay.
So you basically get paid to share your content. And the coolest thing about that is, let's say I'm on the platform, and I actually use that platform to put my content out there, and you see it, you like it, you can turn around, invest in that project or
Oh,
that video that I uploaded. They call it a seed or a seeding of some sort.
okay.
And within that seeding that you actually invest in, it might only be like a couple of bucks, maybe a couple of cents. And when it grows in popularity, you get a percentage off of that returned back to you.
Okay. Interesting.
So it's
Wow.
almost like investing in another creator while you're making a passive income at the same time. So it's
Wow.
really cool stuff. It's really cool stuff. You should check it out. They're on Twitter. They're called Cent, CENT, and they're doing some amazing things. They're growing
Okay.
pretty fast. They're
All right.
currently in beta version right now,
Sure. Yeah.
but they're still working on it, and I'm loving the direction that it's headed into. So they're like one of them that's up there.
Interesting. Well, let's end with this. And we talked about this a little bit in the pre interview. So when I interview someone, I always give them the last word. And you could take, again, however long you want, map to success. If you want to talk about, so whatever maybe you wanted to say, but you didn't, or anything about your YouTube channel, anything about crypto newbies, anything you want. You have the last
Yeah.
word. What would you like people to know?
Well, well, as far as I could say about investing in cryptos or digital assets, it would be best if you take it with like a more calm approach. Take your time and ease your way into it. Cause I'm not gonna lie, like when I first like put my like a nice little lump sum in there in back in 2018, I did not expect like
I
a
know.
70 to 90% retracement, but I learned my lesson. But you know what I put in, a lot of people would be like, "No, that's not a lot of money." But you know,
Sure.
whatever you put in, it's still something.
Yes.
But I would say the best approach or the best way to do it is to dollar cost average your way into it. You know, every week whether you choose to buy $50 worth of Bitcoin or $50 worth of Ether or Litecoin or whichever project that you like, you just slowly accumulate over time, and you would be surprised at what you could actually come out with. That is like, I've seen so many people did that, and they even them are like shocked at what they actually came out with.
Yeah.
So I would think that would be one of the best approach to do it. Read
That's
as
good.
much as you can, get yourself educated, and do as much research as you can on a project before you get into it. That's as
Wow.
far as I could tell.
No, that's good. Map to success. I've had the honor and privilege. I tell this to everybody, and I really mean it. I'm going to make you blush. But my cryptocurrency family now includes map to success. Brother, I appreciate the hour we spent in the pre-interview and the 35 or 40 minutes now. And again, you're now my new crypto buddy. I appreciate it. And we'll do this
Right.
again sometime, okay?
Yeah, it was an honor. I'm
Yeah,
very,
we'll,
very glad to stop by. I had fun.
yeah, we'll be in touch. Thanks so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye bye.